Hello ladies and gentlemen. In the recent times I have made a video on the year 2025 predictions for all 12 ascendant or the moon signs, and that video is available on my channel. Let me share with you one golden astrological tip, and this tip is also pretty much related to the conjunction of Venus and Saturn throughout the transit in the sign of Aquarius. They are conjoined, they're forming a yoga, and this is pretty much related to the golden astrological tip that I'd like to share with you. Now, this is about yoga and V-yoga. What does it really mean? When two planets come together, they form a union or they form a yoga, which is also known as a conjunction in simple layman term. It is the yuti of two grahas, two planets that come together, and based on their lordships in the chart, they form a yoga or a union. Now, there are two kinds of situations. There is a yoga and there is a V-yoga. What does it really mean and how is it different from one another? Now, the secret of understanding when it is a yoga in a conjunction and when it is a V-yoga depends on the faster moving planet between the two grahas, or two or more grahas as well if there is a yuti which is there. So let's take an example of Venus and Saturn forming a conjunction, forming a yoga in the sign of Aquarius. Venus is faster than Saturn as far as its pace is concerned in terms of the movement. So when the planet that is moving fast is behind the other graha, behind the slower moving planet, or the planet that moves faster is in lower degrees compared to the planet that moves slower, it is a yoga. And if it is the other way around, it is V-yoga. That means if a faster moving planet is ahead of the slower planet, or if the faster moving planet's degree is higher than the planet which moves slower, it is a V-yoga. In other terms, you can also say when the faster moving planet is approaching the slower moving planet, it is a yoga. When it is moving away from the slower moving planet, it is a V-yoga. And in simple terms, when there is a yoga, it gives favorable, much positive results. When it is a V-yoga, it is challenging. It takes a considerable amount of effort as far as results from that conjunction is concerned. And that planet needs to be remedied, which holds a greater strength or a greater position in your chart based on its lordship. In most cases, if you're not sure if both hold equal importance, you should remedy the faster moving graha in order to deliver the maximum. So you can very well link it to the conjunction that you have in your chart. So for example, if Moon and Mercury are conjoined in a chart, if Moon is behind Mercury or is in lower degree, it is a yoga because Moon takes 2.5 days to make a transit, wherein Mercury takes about 20 to 25 days to make a transit. And if Moon is ahead of Mercury, it has higher degrees compared to Mercury, then it is a V-yoga. It could be challenging and it will take a considerable amount of effort as far as fructification or as far as positive results are concerned. Now, between 18th till 20th of January, both Venus and Saturn will be in Graha Yuddha or planetary war, because they will be 1 degree apart from each other. On 19th of January, they will be at same degree. So there will be a same degree conjunction, which could be quite intense. It could have intense effects as far as this particular conjunction is concerned. And most cases, Venus is winning the war as far as the planetary war with Saturn is. So for 3 days, they're in Graha Yuddha. And from 21st of January till 28th of January, a very brief period of about 1 week, where Venus is ahead of Saturn, it is a V-yoga, which could take a considerable amount of effort as far as some of these significations are concerned. Now, both these planets are also being jointly aspected by Mars by its 8th aspect. So Mars is moving in a debilitated state in the sign of Cancer. It is also retrograde. So it is having the 8th drishti. Now, during this time, thankfully, Mars's 7th aspect is more strong because it has high amount of desire. So what we understand from its 8th special aspect is it is the aspect of protection. So this is what it is related to, and it signifies how long you're going to be protected and where this protection is coming from. This is all about Raksha. So somehow Mars's 8th aspect is denoting how long are you going to be protected as far as matters pertaining to relationship and pertaining to your work is concerned, because this is what naturally Venus and Saturn represents. Venus is the natural significator of relationship. Saturn is the natural significator or karaka of work, of labor. So how long are you going to be protected as far as these two significations in your life in a general sense? It is quite an intense combination There is a conjunction that is aspected by Mars during this time. So the year 2025 is starting with a lot of intensity, with a lot of firepower. There are watery, airy, and fiery energies that are coming together. And let me also share with you that Venus and Saturn's conjunction or Venus' Saturn combination, the Dasha Antardasha periods, are the most unpredictable times and are the most complex in nature, because these two planets are very different, very opposite as far as their nature is. This is where you can expect unexpected situations to arise in your life where you will have very limited control. There could be situation pertaining to other people, or there could be situation pertaining to workplace related matters, some sort of conflicts as far as the relationship is there. So this is where you need to put your energy, this is where you need to put your attention in terms of navigating through these situations. Thank you very much. God bless you all.